All praise is due to Allah, who has united the hearts of the believer in Islam and has made it an obligation to remain united and has made it forbidden to become separated in his clear book. I bear witness that there is nothing worthy of worship except Allah, who guides to the straight path whom he wills, and I bear witness that our leader Muhammad is his messenger and the best caller to the way that is straight. O Allah, send your prayers and your peace upon our leader Muhammad and upon his family and upon his companions, whose hearts were united and whose souls were educated, so that they became victorious leaders. And what follows thereafter, O believers of Allah, I advise you as well as I advise myself, to first have the proper regard for Allah and thereafter be obedient to him. Dear believers, I greet you with the universal greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be with you. This week we want to look at the attribute of Al-Qadīr, which means the capable. And this is a very important attribute of our Creator because it accentuates or it expands upon some of the attributes that we have already visited. So when we think about something being capable, we're discussing its ability to do work, its ability to accomplish or achieve something. And so there's a verse that says, no just estimate do they make of their Lord, meaning that we in so many times don't necessarily truly consider our Creator's capacity for doing something. So we don't think that Allah is Ar-Rahman enough. We don't think he is merciful enough. He has enough mercy. He has the ability to provide mercy for everyone. Or he is Al-Ghafar. He's the most forgiving. So we limit our Creator. We don't view him as Al-Qadīr because our vision or our view is short-sighted. And because certain thing didn't happen to us or for us or to someone that we know, then we think that this is outside of the reach of God's capacity. But Allah is Al-Qadīr. He is the capable. He is capable of doing all things, and to an extent that there is no end to it. We know Allah is Ar-Rahman, the merciful. He's provides mercy to everyone, those who believe in him and those who do not. He provides mercy in this life and in the next. So if Allah was not capable, the concern would become, why would I do or why would I worship him if he couldn't provide me mercy in the next life? If he couldn't forgive me for something I do in the next life, I would think that I'd get to heaven and that mercy that he's providing me is done, that it would stop. So, but Allah is Al-Qadīr, and so this attribute, it reinforces the idea that he is capable because he is the one who is capable to provide mercy for you in this life and in the next life. And that's for eternity. That's for the end of time, and time is just a construct for us. But if that was not the case, then we would be concerned about, why would I turn to this Creator for forgiveness? Why would I turn to Allah for these things if his ability to provide mercy is finite? If his ability to forgive us is finite? If his ability to be just is finite? So let's think on these things, dear believers. Allah is Al-Qadīr. أقول كذا استغفر لي ولكم والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Allah is Al-Qadīr. He is the capable. So we want to give a brief story just to expand on that idea. And so we look at the Prophet Moses, and we know his story. We know how he went through his life. He ended up leaving Egypt because he murdered someone and they told him to leave, and he left and he found a family, a community, after helping these women at the well. He spent some time with that family and came back, and he wanted to do more, and he wanted to be more. So he made this trip, and as he was making this trip, he saw this light in the distance. He ventured over to that light, and he saw it was the word of Allah. He spoke with Allah, and he was given this instruction, and he felt bad for who he was because of who he was when he left, and he was insecure about that. And Allah was asking him to go on this mission to inform the Pharaoh and the people there of Allah and him being the creator. But he was concerned because of his past and his inability to communicate. So Allah strengthened him with his brother and said, "You and your brother go." And so Moses and Aaron, they went. There was, we don't know the discussion that he had with his people prior to leaving, but they went and they showed Allah. They showed to the people of Pharaoh and the Pharaoh the signs of Allah, and the possibility of what could be done when tests were given, and how Allah's wisdom and knowledge could improve that situation or change that situation or address those tests. But the people still weren't, Pharaoh and his people still weren't convinced, so they chased Moses out. And so then Moses and his people, they get to the Red Sea, and we know from the story that Allah did not remove the Red Sea from Moses. That he did not, and this Red Sea is a giant thing. It's this huge trouble. It's this huge problem that he had to overcome. But Allah did not remove the entire Red Sea. He did not remove the Red Sea from Moses. But what Allah did is that he made a path. He made an opportunity for Moses that was only going to last for a limited time. And Moses, being Moses, he seized on that opportunity and he proceeded. Now, the people of Moses, those that were with him, they didn't get to the edge of the water and say, "I can't swim. What are we going to do?" There are not reports of that. And they didn't know what was on the other side. But they knew that they had to go that way and that Allah was guiding Moses. The knowledge that Moses received from Allah was guiding him to go this route. And they saw that this opportunity opened up and they seized on it. And so for us believers, what we have to look into our lives when we think about Allah as Al-Qadīr is that he did not remove the entire Red Sea from Moses. Now he could because he's capable. But what he did was that he made an opportunity. He made a path, and he had to seize upon that opportunity, that blessing from God in that moment, and not procrastinate and not make complaints and not question. But see the blessing, see the sign that Allah has provided for you, for Moses, and get through it. So dear believers, as we think on Allah's capacity, Allah being Al-Qadīr, we have to remember that Allah did not remove the Red Sea from Moses, but he did give him an opportunity, and he may not remove all your troubles, but he will bless you. He will provide you an opportunity. You just have to act on it. Allah is Al-Qadīr. Allah is the capable. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له وبذلك أمرت وأنا أول المسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.